Good evening, everybody. My name is Rusty Charpentier, and I am so happy to welcome you to the 2025 String Festival here at BFA. We had an incredible day of making music. It was jam-packed. It was busy. These kids worked very hard. I'm sure they're very tired, but they have an incredible musical presentation for you tonight. I'm so excited to share with you. My role here in Maple Run is the string director, and so I travel through all the Maple Run schools teaching string orchestra, and there's many fantastic directors here tonight that are listed in your program, and just want to say a huge thank you to all the directors, to all the staff who helped out, whether they are here tonight or even just at each sending school, making things happen to pull all this off. It takes a monumental effort from so many people out there. So I'm not going to go through and list everybody for fear of missing them, but many of them are listed in your program, or if you're out there, you know, thank you so much for contributing to this opportunity for these kids and making this incredibly special performance happen. To my knowledge, this is the only festival of its kind where it's just string students in the performance, and it's about strings all day. So that's a really cool thing to bring here, and we're so excited to expand on it this evening with, we're going to do some full orchestra pieces for the first time as part of this festival too, with winds and percussion with the high school as well. So very exciting stuff. Without anything else to say, I'm going to introduce the amazing Matthew LaRocca, UVM professor here who led our high school students all day. Please welcome Matthew LaRocca and the high school district string ensemble.
Good evening, everyone. Huge thank you to Rusty and everyone else for having me up here. It's really been a blast working. You know, I kind of feel like we all collectively played hooky from school today and just came and hung out and played a bunch of music, which is kind of great. And it's so rewarding and so fantastic to be able to just spend a day together playing. And it's really, for me, a beautiful thing. And so lots of great music for you tonight, lots of different stuff. And one of the things that I like about this is we have music from all styles and all genres, and incorporating some improvisation, some solos, and we move from, you know, early 1800s classical style music to groovy Guantanamera, to some disco with ABBA, to some blues to cap it off for the high school portion. And so you're in for a treat, and just again, it's been such a pleasure working and getting to know all of your students. So a preemptive thank you for everything you do, for your support, for making them be involved in music, because it's the best. So this last one that we'll do for you is a string-only piece, but it was really important to what we did during the day. Improvisation and being able to play freely and literally create music on the spot out of nothing is something that's so important to me, and also something that's so important to Rusty as he brought this piece. And it's what I do a lot of in my own professional life, and it's like what a lot of people do, but so much of the time, we don't get a chance to do that in orchestra. It's usually like shuffled off to the jazz band kids, but it's just as important. And so we spent a whole rehearsal session today talking about improvising, using this piece as our bedrock, and trying it. And almost every single person in the orchestra did it. And it's scary. It's so scary. It's like, especially the first time you do, you're like, ah! But we did it. And it's such an important thing to do. And it was so heartwarming to see us all take first steps trying this. And so there's solo sections in the middle of this piece where we have a number of members of the orchestra improvising and performing music that has not been written and instead coming from their head in the moment. This is Rusty's Blues.
bring on the middle school. It's time for our very large middle school ensemble. These students have been working so hard. They've probably played more in this day than they do in a month or more of their school time because they've just put so many hours in today. I'm super proud of them for all the focus and great work, and it's a pleasure to welcome their amazing conductor, Ms. Sarah Kuhn.
Thank you. That is terrifying, by the way. But yes, we have a wonderful, huge group of middle schoolers here who have been working so hard. It's been an absolute pleasure. We've had a great time. We've had a lot of laughs. We've had a lot of music, and what better way to spend your day. So thank you so much for inviting me here, for bringing your children, and for supporting them in what they do. This really is so important. It's key to like everything that they do in life. Makes their brains work really hard. Kids who are in the music programs just do so well. So thank you so much for supporting your kids, for supporting us. We have one song that we've been working really, really hard on. We're very excited to play for you right now, called Climbing Above the Clouds.
So as we are just adding more bodies onto the stage, which we're really at, I don't know what the fire code is, but we're there. I want to take a moment and just recognize the teachers, because this is awesome. And they're all rolling around somewhere, but Mary Bauer, Eric Bushy, Alex Charpentier, Aaron Garceau, Gianna Messier, and Marissa Jetniziak are awesome for creating this. This is amazing, yeah! How many kids do you think are up here? Ballpark guess, go. Oh, they were supposed to guess, man! Oh. Cool. So what's the final answer, Rusty?
Well, how many wins were there? It was like 122 on stage.
Wow. 122. It's awesome. That's amazing, and just to have this many people up here and all playing strings and loving it, it's really unique. And it's a huge thank you to the schools, to the teachers, to the programs, and to all of you. And I think we might be, are we ready to roll? Yeah? All right. All right, we're gonna do this. To close out, we have Ghost Riders in the Sky for you.
Ready?